Hey everybody, this is Greg Gossett from Gossett Trading and Mentoring Live, and today is Monday, November 29th, 2021. We are in the final hour of the trading day, and we are in the first day of the new trading week. So I hope everyone had a nice weekend, had a nice Thanksgiving, maybe had a little bit of fun, studied up on your trading. I mention this each day, but the final hour of the trading day for me is the most important day. Most important time of the day, because during the day, the algorithms and the day traders, they are the ones that are in control of the price of the market. At the end of the day, the large financial institutions come in, they take control away from the day traders and the algorithms. I consider the large financial institutions to be the smartest money on the street. They're dealing with the most money. They have very good information. They have very smart people and the best technology. And therefore, I consider the closing price to be the most valid price of the day. And therefore, those are the prices that I make my buying and selling decisions from for my swing trades. So again, thank you for coming. Hope everyone's doing well. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're having a good trading day as well. Currently, the market is, the Dow is up 303 points, up 0.87%. NASDAQ having a really big day, up 2%, up 310 points. NASDAQ up 70 points. I'm sorry, S&P up 70 points, up 1.5%. So here's the plan for today. First of all, we are going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer. Secondly, we're going to come back, take a look at my current swing positions, talk about when I bought them, why I bought them, and how I am going to manage them going forward. I did have some day trades today that I'm going to share with you as well. After that, we're going to go over to the board where my students have their current positions. We're going to talk about when they bought them, why they bought them, and how they are performing. After that, we're going to talk a little bit about trader psychology before we move on to taking a look at our end of day trades. Trader psychology, most important skill you'll ever learn in trading, and that's the ability to create a plan and then the ability to follow the plan that you created. It's easier said than done, and that's why I do like to talk about trader psychology each day. So hopefully that will be helpful. After that, I have gone down through my watch list. I have gone down through the results of Kamal's scanner. I do have 3 requirements when I'm looking to enter any new trade. First, I need to have a confluence or a combination of indicators lining up on multiple time frames. Secondly, I need a good risk to reward ratio, at least 2 to 1. So if I'm risking $1,000 on the trade, I need to be able to make 2,000 or more to make the asymmetrical math work. And then lastly, I need to have a complete trading plan regardless of the market I'm trading and regardless of the approach that I'm using. For me, that includes the following. What is your position sizing based upon the current market volatility is very important. Number 2, I need to know what my maximum allowed dollar amount is. Number 3, I need to know where my emergency stop is. Number 4, I need to know where my end of day stop is. Number 5, I need to know where my intraday profit targets are. Number 6, I need to know where my significant overhead resistance levels are. And then number 7, I need to have a trailing stop methodology in place so that if I do have a profitable trade, I don't give it all back, because that is the worst. So using those 3 criteria, I do have some end of day candidates. I'm going to go through each one, look at the multiple time frames, look at the risk to reward ratios, look for the confluences, and if I find something that looks good, I will purchase it right before the market closes. After the market closes, if you have any questions for me, please let me know. I am happy to answer them. If you need any clarification on anything, please let me know. I'm happy to clarify. If there's any stock symbols that you would like me to look at prior to the close, if you could just go ahead, put them in the live stream chat. I will do my very, very best to get to them before the market closes. And then lastly, if any of my students have any new positions for me that they would like me to update on the board, if you could just please wait until the market's closed before letting me know about them, and then that way I'm done teaching, I'm done trading, pressure's off, and I will get them all taken care of before we end the podcast. Okay, so I am going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer. I'll be back in about 40 seconds, so hang tight. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Please carefully read and/or listen to the U.S. government required disclaimer before watching this video or live stream broadcast. The video link and disclaimer text are located in the description section of this video or live broadcast, here and here. Thank you so much. All right, let's see who's here today. Dan is first up with the peace sign. Thank you, Dan. Always nice to see that. Hope you're having a good day. Bacon Bandit, hey, buddy. Good to see you, Mike. Hope you're having a good day as well. Paxton is here, part of the dynamic duo, Paxton and Tracy. And Paxton says, hello, Greg and everyone. Paxton, thanks for being here. Thanks for all your help with the channel, buddy. I appreciate it, you and Tracy's help. Kamal is here. Kamal and I did a little day trading earlier, which was great. Kamal, thank you for being here. Thank you for everything that you do for this channel. There's my friend David. Hello, Greg and group. Dave, thanks for being here. There is Steve Burns. Good to see you, Steve. Hello, traders. Steve, thank you for being here. Thank you for everything that you contribute to this channel. Hope you, Holly, and the dogs are all having a good day. There's my friend Karen from Wiener Dog Trading. Hello, everyone. Nice to see you, Karen. There's Tracy Hall, the other side of the dynamic duo. Hi, Greg and group. Good to see you, Trace. Angela is here. Nice to see you, Angela. And Angela would like to look at CRWD. Well, let's see if this one under 30 over 30. It could have. Let's see. No, bounced right at 30.72. I don't quite see a signal there yet, Angela. I would need an under 30 and over 30 either intraday or one day to the next. I mean, we are getting down to an interesting level here with the negative third ATR channel. That's for sure. But as is right now, I don't see anything that would interest me. Jonathan, evening, Greg and group. Good to see you, Jonathan. Hope you're having a good evening in Ireland. Appreciate you being here. Hope you and the family are doing well. And Angela says, hi, gang. And hello right back to Angela. So, all right, well, let's take a look, see what's going on. Ava, David, Karen, Dynamic Duo, Jonathan, Lova, and myself, we did enter AMT, American Tower Corporation, close over 200-day moving average. It came from a higher low, which is significant. We also went under 30 over 30. We also had a V2. A lot of confluences there. I got in at 262.02. It is 268.30. It's up 2.07% on the day, and on the trade, it is up 2.34%. Getting close to my trailing stop level. Once I move 1.5 ATRs from my entry, I go into trailing stop mode. Not there yet. Did hit 2 profit targets. Of course, I always take off a portion of my position when it moves a certain amount from yesterday's close. So I did take off 10% here at 265.52 and 10% at 268. So doing well. APPN, we have Lova, Karen, Dynamic Duo. We took an under 30, over 30, and a V2, and an under the negative third, over the negative third. Bought here at 75.92 at 75.26. It is up 1.28% on the day, but it is slightly down on the trade. Facebook has been a long-term trade. Ava and I, anyone else in here? No, Ava and Karen, right. Ava and Karen and I, we did buy Facebook with the close over the 200-day moving average, got in at 323.52, moved up nicely, continued to take profits along the way, did hit 1.5 ATR trailing stop level. Then I had a close below the previous day's low, sold half here, locked in profits at about 338.40. Continue to move around. It's up 2.05% today. My end of the day stop is a close below the 200-day moving average. It's up 2.05% today, and it is up 4.78% on the trade. Philip Morris, not so hot tamale. Lova, Karen, and I did buy Philip Morris with an under 30, over 30, under the negative third, over the negative third. Philip Morris not participating today in this rally. It is down 1.45% on the day, and it is down about the same on the trade. So I will be getting rid of Philip Morris, locking in a loss if it closes below 30 RSI. Right now it's at 27.19, so that looks likely. I'm going to put a little blue box here to know I need to do something. Overnight SPY. Okay, so I do buy the SPY every day at the close. I hold it overnight. I take that overnight risk. I sell it first thing the next morning at the open, and this one worked out the way it was supposed to. I did buy on Friday at 458.97, sold at the open 464.11. So that was a nice one. 458.97 was the entry, out at 464.11. I'll be buying that today at the end of the day. WDC, dynamic duo. Karen and I did buy WDC with this return to value sideways motion 520 crossover. Got in here at 57.03. Did hit one profit target today at 58.90. It is 58.99. It's up 2.11% on the day, and it is up 3.37% on the trade. All right, the Qs. I did have a day trade today on the Qs. If I can find it. We had been moving higher and higher and higher and higher. MACD, even though we made new highs, was not showing up. That's a bearish condition. I was looking for a short. I did short the lower high V1, 399.99. I covered some at 399.83. I covered some at 399.73. I covered some more down here at 399.53. Then I had a close above the previous day's high. That got me out. So I got short at 399.99, got out at 399.83, 399.73, and 399.53. And it looks like I got out at about the right time before it is taking off here. VIX. I did have a trade on VIX earlier in the day. It was a losing trade. I did buy VIX with an under 30, over 30 here at 22.41. Didn't work at all. I had to get out, take a loss at 22.25. There we go. Twitter. Also struggled with Twitter today. I did buy Twitter back here. False breakout to the downside. V1 got in at 46.59. Sold a portion at 46.86 for a profit. My end of day, my end of bar stop was halfway of this washout bar. Sold the rest at 46.33. So a slight loss on that. Got in at 46.59, out at 46.86, and then the losing portion out at 46.33. But I'm glad I did, because it is definitely down below that. I mean, talk about a crazy day on Twitter. Look at this. This gapped open at 52.02. This capped open 11%, right around 11% up, and then completely reversed. Unbelievable. Apple. I did have a short on Apple. We had a double top and a bearish divergence right here. I shorted at 160.80 when it rejected the previous high. I covered some at a profit at 160.67, and then it took off. I had to get out of the rest at a loss at 161.13. So not my best day trading today ever, but I sure gave it a good shot. All right, let's see who is Frank is here. Hello, Frank. Nice to see you, my friend. Hope you are having a really good day. Thank you for everything that you do for this channel. Kamal says crowd has earnings in a couple of days. Thank you, Kamal. How about TXN? I believe TXN is on my list. No, it's not. I thought it was. There's a V2 here on TSN. Looks like we may have a 520 crossover as well. I think the risk to reward ratio is not that great here. We're stuck at halfway of this big down bar that we had 4 days ago. So that's probably not something I would take. It may continue higher. I don't know, but I don't really like chasing momentum especially if it doesn't have a good risk to reward ratio. And this doesn't look like it has a good risk to reward ratio to me. Steve says, VIX crush today is bullish for stocks. Yes, it definitely is. I actually have VIX and had a great day on Friday. Not such a great day today, but luckily hit two profit targets on Friday, which that's why I do that. But yes, market having a great day. Doug Mead is here. Hi, folks. Newbie here. Doug, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for coming. If there's anything I can help you with, let me know. Lilia is here. Hey, what's going on, Lilia? Hope you, the dogs, and the bunny are all doing well. There's my friend Ava. Ava says, happy Monday to all. Ava, good to see you. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for everything you do for this channel. Steve says, Twitter buyers love Dorsey leaving until they didn't. Oh, is that what it is? He's leaving Twitter. Ah, interesting. All right. Well, let's get on over and take a look at your trades, shall we? Steve and Frank did buy INDA, MSIC India. It's an index fund of Indian stocks. Steve and Frank bought at 47.23 on Friday with an under 30 over 30. It is 47.46. It is up 0.59% on the day and same on the trade. So congratulations, Steve and Frank. IWM, Steve, Karen, Lova did buy IWM here at 223.44. It's 223.83. It's up 0.31% on the day and up about the same on the trade. So profitable day, profitable trade. Congratulations, Steve, Karen, and Lova. DIA, Steve, beautiful trade on DIA with an under 30 over 30. Bought at 349.20. It's 352.20. It's up 0.86% on the day and same on the trade. Way to go, Steve. Lova bought TU, false breakout to the downside, and the V2, bought at 23.03. It's 23.07. So it is up on the day and it is up on the trade. SOFI, Ava and David did buy SOFI with a intraday rejection of the 200-day moving average, bought at 18.25. It's 18.39. It's up about 1% on the day and up about the same on the trade for Ava and David. Very nice. COF, we have Tom and Jonathan in COF. Not sure they're still in here. They bought at 152.90 with the higher low rejection of the 200-day. Moved up nicely, but then had the big crash down on Friday. So Tom and Jonathan will have to let me know if they are still in that trade. CMRE, Dynamic Duo. Nice move here for the Dynamic Duo. Under 30 over 30 intraday at 12.09. It's 12.49. It's up 3.39% on the day. Way to go. And up 3.39% on the trade as well. Nice. Play. Michael Martin. Don't know if Mike's still in this trade. I kind of doubt it. Bought this return to value V1 here at 88. I'm sorry, 33.82. It's 33.03. It's down 3.17%. I haven't seen Mike, so I'm pretty sure he's not in that. So I'm going to take that off. GILD, we have Dynamic Duo, beautiful trade here. V2, the crossover also, the 520 crossover happened with the sideways motion. In my opinion, that's the reason this trade worked well. They bought it at 67.47. It's 70.88. It's up 0.87% on the day. Oops, that's the wrong one. And it is up 4.76% on the trade. Very, very nice Dynamic Duo. ENB, we have Lova bought ENB under 30 over 30 at 39.76. This is down big today, down 1.85%. Lova's on vacation. Lova, if you're out there, hope you're having a great vacation, enjoying, and you'll have to update me at the end. But this one down on the day and down on the trade. FND, Ava bought FND with this V2 here in the value zone at 132.70. It's 131.06. It is down 1% on the day, and it is also down on the trade. SE is also Ava. Ava bought SE intraday right at the 200-day moving average and nailed it at 284. It's 296.90. It's up 0.03% on the day, but on the trade, it is up 4.38%. And then lastly, FCX. Oh, this is weekly trade, so I can take that one off. Okay, so that's a weekly. We'll look at that on Friday. All right, Nigma is here. Good to see you, Nigma. Greg, did you know that you can trade Udemy, UDMY? I did know. I have my course up on Udemy, but it is a public company. And let's take a look at their chart. Well, not enough indicators for me at this point, just price. Well, there's a 5-day. I'll give it the 5-day. Yes, I knew that. Well, here's a V2, everyone. Here's day 1, here's day 2, here's day 3. 2 goes below 1, 3 is above day 1's close. I wish I had more indicators so I could get some better context, but we did go back, test this low. It's not something I would buy, but thanks for letting me know, Nigma. Steve says, thanks to Mega. I didn't know they had gone public. Yep, it's recent IPO. Looks like about a month ago or something. Okay. So again, on the current positions, AMT's doing fine. I don't see any issues. I don't see like I have to feel like I have to do anything there. APPN doing fine. Nothing I have to do there. Facebook doing great. Closing in on a second profit target. End of day stop is the 200. Philip Morris is my problem child today. It is at 27.44. Did not participate in this rally today. If it closes under 30, I have to get out. SPY had the great overnight SPY trade. We'll be buying that today again at the close. And WDC doing great, one profit target. All right, here is a poem from Frank. Excited about this. All right, let me paste this over here. All right, sorry, I have a little bit of a cold today, everybody. I'm not running on all 8 cylinders, so please bear with me. Frank says, is the market not meant to be a mystery as we seek out its secrets and comb through its history? Blistery yet contradictory, its stocks rotating on a financial rotisserie. That's good. Markets don't yield easy to victory. Oh, man. What a great... I just love the words that are in this poem. Is the market not meant to be a mystery as we seek out its secret and comb through its history? Blistery, I don't think I've used the word blistery for a long time. Blistery yet contradictory, its stocks rotating on a financial rotisserie. Markets don't yield easy to victory. Wow. Thank you, Frank. That's fantastic. Steve says, hi, Greg. Is there a book with V1s and V2s explained? Did you learn that from Carrie Lavorne? Yes, I did learn it from Carrie Lavorne. As far as I know, there is not a book on V1s or V2s. I believe I asked Carrie that. He does teach that in a course, but I'm not aware of a book. You could go over to spiketrade.com. That's Dr. Elder and Carrie Lavorne's website. I believe there's a course on there that you can take where you can learn the V1s or V2s. I love V1s or V2s. They're like the bread and butter of my trading. Alternatively, you could go to my YouTube channel in the lessons playlist. I do have a video here. Let me see if I can find it, actually. Let's see if I can find this real quick. And I'm trying real quick, and I am not succeeding quickly. Okay, here we go. And then get back over to this. All right, so I'm going to put the link to the V1, V2 video that I have. I talk about Carrie Lavorne, credit him in there. There is the link, Steve, to the video of the V1s and the V2s that I have up on Twitter. Or alternatively, you could go to spiketrade.com, where that is Carrie and Dr. Elder's website. Paxton says, I love it, Frank. You amaze every day. I 100% agree. There's Jazz. Wow, Frank, awesome. Good to see Jazz. Angela says, wow, love that poem. Please post on Twitter. I post that every day, Angela, on Twitter on my channel. I don't think Frank does, but I do post every day on my Twitter channel at Gossett Trading. Steve says, I will stick with your videos, Greg, for the V1s, V2s. Okay. V1s, Vs, Kerry Lavorne is a wonderful, great trader, and he will not take a trade, Steve, unless it has a V1 or V2. That's just his policy, because a V1 or V2 shows that the low of a previous day was tested and rejected, and he needs that for his trading. And then it also gives a very clean and good risk to reward ratio as well. David says MCO has a 520 crossover. It does have a 520 crossover. I wish there was more sideways motion here, Dave. I don't know if this back tests well. I don't think I'm going to be able to test it. I can just look at the volume and tell with that amount of volume, it's probably not on there. We're back up into resistance. I think the best moves come out of nice sideways motion, like over here. Here, there's been quite a lot of volatility. So me personally, that's not the kind of V1 or V2 I would take. Steve says, I bet they also correlate with the type of candlestick pattern as well. I'm sure they do. Steve says, FYI, Beyond Meat is the fourth most shorted stock in the market. Well, what does that tell us? It tells us a lot of people think it's going down. On the other hand, there are a lot of people that are short. How do you get out of a short position? You have to buy it back. So there are buyers. What would be the best way to put that? There are buyers that have to buy. People with short positions have to buy. So there's guaranteed buyers on Beyond Meat at some point, right? But on the other hand, it's the fourth most shorted stock. I'm sure they've delved into the numbers and don't like them, and that is the reason why. But shorted stocks can, with the short squeeze, can go up like crazy. Frank says, thank you, Greg, Dan, Paxton, Jazz, Nola, Angela, and Jonathan. Thank you, Frank. Angela says, no idea what a V1, V2 sounds like. I must learn. It's a great entry, Angela. I did just post that link there just above you. So if you have some time, it's not too long, but it's the bread and butter of my trading for sure, especially with confluences. Frank says, but you learned about the V8 from me. That is absolutely right. The funniest point of this podcast ever, I was looking at buying Disney. I said, well, it has a V1 or a V2. Frank chimed in and said, I would not buy Disney with the V8. It's funny. It's funny. Admit it. Steve says, similar to me not taking a long under the 30 RSI, that is more of a risk management filter for me. Some things are just no-go zones. Yep, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. There is Sebastian. Daniel, hi Greg, just took an XRP trade 2020 on the 5-minute. Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. Well, let me look over here. What do we have? XRP? Shoot, I don't have time. Way to go, Sebi. Way to go. Okay. What are we doing? What's the time? What's happening? All right. So listen, everybody, before we start looking at end-of-day trades today, I do like to spend a few minutes, talk about trader psychology. It's the most important skill, for goodness sake, right? You have to learn how to look for support, resistance levels, position sizing, profit targets, overhead resistance level, blah, 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 right? We know all these things. At least when you learn to trade, this is what you learn and what you must learn. But that's so that you can create a trading plan. Following your trading plan, whole other can of beans. Is that a thing? Can of beans? Our emotions get us revved up. We see profits, we see losses. It amplifies our emotions. We're like, hey, I could buy a jet ski with that. Maybe I ought to just buy the jet ski. Oh, wait, now I lost the jet ski. Right. The most important thing is to position size correctly. based upon volatility. Have a very clean trade. So when you're wrong, you just know you are wrong and you need to get out. You need to follow your plan. So that's why I talk about trader psychology. I have my favorite Twitter channels. I have my favorite Facebook channels. And one of my favorite is Mark Minervini, very famous market wizard, financial educator, great reviews on everything that Mark Minervini does. You can follow him at Mark Minervini on Twitter. I would suggest you do, and I would suggest that you read everything that he has to say. Here we go. Let's see what Mark Minervini has to say. One of my key rules: never trust the story. Never trust the numbers without technical confirmation. You can all do the fundamental analysis you want, but in a bear market, even fundamentally sound companies go down the toilet because they are not price ready. You know, I had a young man over here the other day. He's my neighbor. He came over with his father. Smart kid. He just got a job offer. He's not even out of college yet, and he got a job offer at Deloitte. It's pretty impressive. So obviously he's good with the balance sheet. He's good with an income statement, about 20 years old. And, we talked about trading. He said, well, don't fundamentals matter? I say, yes, fundamentals do matter. And the best trades are when you have a fundamentally sound company and you combine that with technicals. However, what Mark Minervini is here is saying, never trust the story, never trust the numbers without technical confirmation. I went through this back in my 20s with Enron and WorldCom. Well, the numbers looked good. They were fraud, but the price did not look good. And that's what the real story is. So I 100% agree with Mark. You can do all the fundamental analysis you want, but in a bear market, even fundamentally sound companies go down the toilet because they are not price ready. So if you really want to increase your odds, the most that you can, take a sound fundamentally strong company, but just don't buy it because it's fundamentally strong. Wait for the price action to confirm. That's the best. Fundamentals and price action. And I'm sure Mark Minervini would agree with that. So thank you, Mark. This was helpful for me. I hope it was helpful for everyone else as well. And follow him at Mark Minervini on Twitter. Steve says, isn't XRP the Ripple crypto? Not sure. My neighbor talks to me about XRP a lot. Tracy says RTX if it gets back over the 200. I believe I may have that. Yeah, I have that in my watch list, Tracy, so I'll be covering that. Steve says, Mark texted me a happy Thanksgiving Thursday and offered to write a foreword for Steve's next book. Oh, that's great. I will see if I can get through his quality control to actually do it. He loved New Trader, Rich Trader. Congratulations, Steve. That is fantastic. And what a great person to write your foreword of your new book. And I'm looking forward to your new book. And certainly please let us know when it comes out, Steve. Karen says, fantastic, Steve. I 100% agree. All right, let me take care of a little busy biz over here and over here like this. Boom and boom. Okay. All right. Well, let's get to it, shall we? IWM. Okay. Well, let me check over here. IWM. Steve Karen Leva did buy IWM with an under 30, over 30. I was considering buying this today. At the end of the day, if we got a close over the 200-day moving average, it's not quite there yet. This is going to have to move higher or lower for me to get involved. It's going to have to close above the 200-day on the upside, or it's going to have to go down, reject the 250-day moving average. So this was up nicely. It is down a little bit today, so I don't see a valid new entry today on IWM for me anyway. We have Merck. Under 30, over 30. It's at 31.85. Let's check and see how low it got. 31.06. So not quite a valid entry either. So nothing on Merck. EA, Kamal and I were looking at EA earlier. I do like it. This is a sneaky little setup here. I don't like that it's down on the day, but I do like the setup. We have a false breakout to the downside from the previous low over here at 124.81. So we went under the low, back over the low. We also went under 30, over 30. I like that. We also went under the negative third, over the negative third. There is a confluence of signals there with a good risk to reward ratio. It's 31.17. Now, if there was a V1 or a V2, that would make it even better. More cherries on top. This would be a V1. A V1 consists of two bars. You have day one, you have day two. Day two goes below day one and then closes above day one's close. So I manipulated that. It's not there yet, but I do actually kind of like EA here. Let me put these guys over here. FCX. We have a nice bounce off the 200-day moving average. The dynamic duo has this on the weekly. I'm glad that it bounced right at the 200-day moving average, but I don't like the risk to reward. UAL, of course, is United Airlines. Under 30, over 30. It's right at 30.05 right now. This is not interesting to me. It isn't under 30, over 30, at least at the minute, but it did reject the negative third ATR channel. I wish it had a V1 or a V2. I wish it had double bottom bullish divergence, but as is, just an under 30, over 30 on this with the rejection of the negative third channel I don't like. Coca-Cola having a really, really nice day. It does have a close under, close over the 200-day moving average. However, I don't like the risk to reward there. It's bumping into the 50 RSI, so I'll let that one go. JKHY does have a false breakout to the downside and a V2. Here's day 1, 2, 3, 2 washes out day 1, 3 closing above day 1's close. Let's see, the close there is 152.81. So that would be the mark for the V1 or the V2. I'm sorry, for the V2, but I like the false breakout to the downside. I like the V2. If we look over on the weekly, we are back above the negative 2 ATR channel. It's okay. I wish it was in the value zone, but it is fairly good. I don't like the volume though. FNV has a nice bullish engulfing bar, nice close above the 200-day moving average, and a V1. If we look at the weekly, weekly is right. We have resistance of the 50 RSI right above us and the 5 and the 20. That concerns me a little bit. We had this big down move. We're getting close to getting to, not quite close, but I know here we have the high, here we have the low. If we rally to 50%, then we'll be 50% of the move, which it most likely would act as resistance. So I think I'm going to pass on FNV. CRSP, crisp, under 30, over 30, but now it is untriggered, so no good there. GDRX does have a close under, close over the 200-day moving average. Let's see, GDRX. Let me see if I can backtest. Oh yeah, I already tried to backtest it. I could not backtest it, so I don't know if that works. Let's look at the weekly. Weekly is right up against the 50 RSI in the moving averages. That would probably dissuade me from buying GDX. I'd rather wait for a retest of the 200 and then RTX under 30. Do we have an under 30? Let's see. The under 30, over 30 happened on Friday. Raytheon might have been good with a close over the 200-day moving average. Let's see if I can backtest that for us. RTX. I am using this by permission from etfreplay.com. This is who I use for my backtest. Let's see. Oh, I don't know what happened there. RTX, simple day of cross. Huh. I don't know. I'm not going to mess with that, but regardless, it's still under the 200-day moving average. So listen, hang tight for a second. I need to take care of something. I will be right back. Hang in there. Be right back. Okie doke. Excuse my cough today. I had a little bit of a cold. So let's take a look. All right, good. Good. So I am going to put EA, JKHY, and RTX as my potentials. Let me get my position sizing here. JKHY and RTX. All right, so I'm going to move these on up here. Get rid of these guys. Well, Twitter's hanging in there. What a huge move. Up 11% and then gave it all back. Nasty. So Jack Dorsey is gone at Twitter. That's what's going on. I didn't read the news. EA, JKHY, and RTX. Nope. RTX. Yeah, there we go. All right, so Electronic Arts has an under 30, over 30, false breakout to the downside, under the negative third, over the negative third. We have JKHY, similar. No, excuse me. Not similar. That was the same stock. That's why it looked the same. Nice V2 here. Let's take a look at the weekly, see if there's anything going on in the week. It has gotten over the negative 2 HER channel. It's okay. I don't like the volume as much. All right. Locking in a little profit on Bitcoin. Bam. Okay. I don't like that we're at we have the negative 1 HER channel above. That's not so hot tamale. So with that being said, I still like EA better. And then RTX, I would need that above the 200-day moving average. So right now, I like EA the best with under 30, over 30, under the negative third, over the negative third, and the false breakout from the previous day's low. Okay, ATM, looking good, fine. APPN, still fine. Holding halfway of the V2. Again, here's a V2. Day 1, 2, 3. 2 washes out 1. 3 closes above day 1's close. Plus, we also went under 30, over 30, under the negative third, over the negative third. So anyway, that one's looking fine. Facebook, doing really well. Nothing I have to do there. Philip Morris, my problem child today. Definitely looks like I will be getting rid of Philip Morris, locking in the loss on Philip Morris. SPY, a little off of its highs here. I will be buying SPY at the close. Nice gap up today on the overnight SPY trade. And WDC, looking pretty good. Profitable on the day, profitable on the trade. So Again, Philip Morris, I am getting rid of Philip Morris with the close under the 30 RSI. Kamal, if you remember correctly, when we were on Skype, I said if I was smart, I'd get out of this right now when it recovered half of its loss. Well, I should have done that, but I was following the rules. And then here is EA under 30, over 30. This is my favorite one today. EA is my favorite position here today. Glenn says, hi, Greg. EA strong January through June, week period, September through November, which is exactly where we are. What about December? We're pretty close to December, and good to see you, Glenn. Always appreciate the seasonal inputs that you have for us. Helps to make decisions. George says, hi, Greg. What do you think about DUK, a V2 in the value zone, cross the 200-day moving average? Well, that sounds good. Let's take a look. I think it's untriggered, George. The day one bar close was 118. Oh, it's at 118. It would have to close above 118. Let's take a look at the weekly. Weekly's pretty good. Yeah, it's not bad. If I bought this today, my stop would be right about here, halfway the washout bar. But day one's close is at 1018. So it would have to close above 1018 to be a valid V2, just so you know. Tracy says, can someone backtest TXN? I can try, Trace. I think this is the one. Oh, that's Texas Instruments. Well, that backtest, well, what are we backtesting it for, though? Oh, the 520. 5 and 20 EMA. Let's backtest that and see what happens. Backtest negatively. Trace, the backtest negative 59%. So there you go. Tracy says is larger than 1 ATR on the V2. Not really. The day one bar, see, from here to here is 1 ATR. These are all equidistance. The 3 to the 2, the 2 to the 1. From here to here, this is the distance. The day one bar would fit inside those channels. So no, it is not larger than 1 ATR. At least that's what my eye is telling me, but I don't think it is. Evan says A, B, and B. Real close to that 200-day moving average. I don't think I would be buying it here, Evan. It's not a V2. It's a little chasey now, in my opinion. It's up 3.28%. I don't think the risk to reward ratio here makes sense on Airbnb, although we are above the 50. If you wanted to use the 50 as your line in the sand, if you had a close below the 50 SMA, that would make sense to me because it's a good risk to reward ratio. But if you use the 200, I believe that's too far down. Frank says, I always found Jack Dorsey a bit frightening. Yeah, he's a strange cat. He is definitely a strange cat for sure. But he's done pretty well for himself and he's smart. Tracy says, thanks, Greg. Steve says, crypto trade. I'm long Polygon Matic at $1.76 with a 510 EMA crossover. Yeah, Tracy. Steve has been trading cryptos recently, and glad to see you getting into that space, Steve. I do trade crypto each day as well. Not so much with crossovers, but I'm sure you've backtested those, have done well. Good to know, Steve. Nigma says, I just read tomorrow is the last day Facebook will trade under the ticker FB. Is that right? I didn't know that. I had no idea. I had zero idea that was the case. All right. So, Philip Morris definitely looks like it's closing under the 200. I'm going to have to go ahead, take my lumps on Philip Morris. EA, Still over the 30 RSI. I like EA today as long as it holds above the 30 RSI. All right. So again, Philip Morris, I am getting rid of here with the loss of the 30 RSI, taking a loss there. EA is what I will be buying today as long as it holds above the 30 RSI. All right, let's see what's going on with the Qs here. What do we have? About 9 minutes to go. So we are off of our highs on the Qs. We did get right up to the 1 ATR channel and failed. IWM still under the 200, but over the 250. I'm either going to need to wait for a close over the 200 or a rejection of the 250 to the downside. So EA is what I'm looking for. Philip Morris I need to get rid of. I'll just wait till the close as we get closer to the close. And Twitter down $1.1, down 2.34%. Wow. So I guess Jack Dorsey was leaving. Everyone loved that idea, and then it reversed back down. Interesting, interesting. I don't know if EA is going to make it. It's at 30.69, so we have about 7 minutes. Tracy said, will those with Facebook automatically change to a new ticker? I assume so. Steve says, yes. Great back test. My whole watch list has positive expectancy with the 510. Oh, I don't see the 510 a lot. And crush, buy, and hold in returns and risk on each chart. Very good, Steve. Steve says, my crypto watch list so far is Polygon, Sand, Mana, BTC, and ETH. Holly's gain on Sand have been awe-inspiring. You know, Steve, we'll have to touch base and talk a little bit about crypto. I've been trading that for pretty regularly. Maybe we should get together and exchange notes. Ava says KL under over 250 week SMA and 30 RSI. That sounds good. KL. Oh my gosh, I like it. I like the under 30 over 30 on KL, which is Kirkland Lake Gold. I knew I'd like it when Ava said that. Under rejected the negative 30 ATR channel, rejected the 200-day moving average, rejected the 30 RSI, rejected the 50 on the weekly. Yeah, Ava, that's nice. Down today. I think gold is down today as well, I believe. I'm not 100% sure of that, so I better check. Yeah, it's down. Yeah, I like that setup. I like that setup a lot. I like that. Tracy says, nice one, Ava. I agree. That's a great setup. Glenn says, thoughts on URA, Greg? I don't really see anything there, Glenn, as far as the way that I trade. There's not a V2, there's not an under 30, there's not an over 30. There is a false breakout to the downside from this low over here. So you could use that as your line in the sand. If it came back into the previous lower range, that could be your end of day stop. We have kind of a lot of resistance up here. We have the 50 EMA, we have the 50 SMA, we have the 5, the 10, the 20. What is that? Gold, uranium. In the weekly, it's in the value zone, so I do like that. But for the way that I trade, I don't really quite see the signal there as far as the way that I trade. But that's just me. Doesn't mean anything. All right, so it looks like the Qs rallied a little here near the end of the day. No, not so much. I was looking at the daily chart, and Philip Morris is rallying a little bit. Well, that's good. I think I'll just wait it out here. Is my EA still above? All right, I'm going to go ahead, buy EA here. All right, so I did buy EA. So I'm done, other than getting rid of my Philip Morris. But it's been rallying a little bit here. I'd like to see it rally, obviously. Ava says, I hesitated on KL because of weakness in gold. Yep. But it did hold that 200. Tracy said, so there are 18 thumbs up and 36 people watching. That's 50%. I invite you all to hit the thumbs up. Thank you, Tracy. That's nice of you. David says, IBM moving. Yes, big gap there. Under 30, over 30, but it's a 39.17. So that's a little bit too high for me to buy. A lot of volume here. I think that's good. If I were to buy IBM, I think I'd wait for a little bit of a pullback, look for a better risk to reward. But who knows? It might keep going up. I don't know. Mir says AMAT. Is that Applied Materials? Yeah, we have a return to value. We have sideways motion. We have a V2, and we have a 520 crossover. Mir, I kind of like it, actually. The only thing I don't like is this gap here that created the V2. Oh, we have 1 minute to go. Sorry. I've got to get rid of Philip Morris while I can. All right. So I locked in my loss on Philip Morris with the loss of the 30 RSI. Okay, good. Good. And hopefully that will hold. There we go. I like Applied Materials. I like the 520 crossover. I like the V2. The only thing I don't like is the gap here. And but it's decent. It's up strong today for sure. All right, we have about 5 seconds to go, everyone. We'll call it a day. And I think that should be it. There we go. All right, so let's see where I bought whatever I bought today. And I did get out of Philip Morris for a loss. I did buy the overnight SPY trade at 460 even, and I bought EA at 124.92. All right, so Philip Morris is a goner. All right, so I did buy overnight SPY trade at, I guess we'll just Let's get rid of that one. 460, 460. Okay, that's the new overnight SPY. And EA got in EA at 124.92. And there we go. All right. So listen, everybody, if any of my students have any new entries or exits for me today that they would like me to post up on the charts, this is the time to do it. Go ahead, put it in the live stream chat. I will get those updated momentarily. Before I do, I just want to remind everybody that I do teach private one-on-one lessons in the evening time via Skype. I love to teach. I'm a good teacher. I teach a wonderful course where I teach you all 5 of the different trading approaches that I use and have used for the last 25 years. I teach you step by step how to trade these, position size, entries, exits, trailing stops, all the stuff I talk about in a trading plan. The course does cost $1,750. It's worth every penny. It's 15 hours, just you and I, 5 sessions. Each session is 3 hours, and I'm going to teach you everything I know, and I promise you are going to be a better trader. So if you're interested in starting this process, all you have to do is send me an email. The email's in the link of the description of this YouTube video. Just say, Greg, potentially interested in taking your course. I'll say, great, let's set up a Skype call. Skype call is free. It's not a sales call. I just want to learn more about you, your trading challenges, your trading goals. It's a good time for you to ask me any questions about the course. And when we're done with the call, just think about it as long as you want. And one day you decide today is the day I do want to learn to become a better trader and develop this skill. Just send me an email. We'll get the course scheduled, and away we'll go. Secondly, speaking of udemy.com, earlier in the podcast, I do have an online video at udemy.com. It's called the Deep Dip by Stock Trading Strategy. It's a great course, 9.5 hours of video, 26 videos total, 15 study guides. I teach you step by step how to trade the deep dip by stock trading strategy, similar to the one that Ava just showed you on KL. It's a wonderful course. I've got so many good reviews and feedback from around the world. And the best part, it only costs $12 to $15. So, you know, if you've got 12 or 15 bucks kicking around, you want to take an online course that you can just do at your own speed and watch the videos, it's going to make you a better trader. So the link to that udemy.com course, the Deep Dip by Stock Trading Strategy, is in the description of this video. And then lastly, if you like today's podcast, I really would appreciate it if you could hit the thumbs up button. It helps to build the channel. It helps to keep the channel around, lets YouTube know there's some valuable content here. And if you like today's podcast and found something helpful either today or in the recent past, if you could hit the thumbs up button, I would really appreciate it. And that's all I ask. So if you don't mind, thank you very much. All right, so let's take a look here. Let's see, do I have any trades here? Glenn says, will Parag do to Twitter what Satya Nadella did for Microsoft? Oh, interesting. Kamal says, no trades. Mir says, thanks, Greg. You're welcome. Kamal says, thank you, Greg. Have a great day. Ava says, no new entries. David says, thanks, Greg and group. Have a rest of your day. Paxton says, nothing new. Wiener Dog Trading is out of... and I'm pretty sure Lava is too. So we're going to take both of those off. And Lava, if you're out there, we miss you, buddy. Hope you're having a good vacation. All right. So Philip Morris did not participate today. I thought that was quite rude. And then EA is Karen. Okay. We have Karen. Frank says, headline news is keeping me out, but I'm always open to a good rumor. Good. Paxton says, thanks, Greg, everyone, for helping us with our trading. Have a great day. Thank you, Paxton. Appreciate that, bud. So now, did I skip over anyone's entries? No, I don't think so. Okay. Have Karen with PM and EA. I think that's about it. What's going on after hours? Should we take a look? AMT even. APPN, even. Disney, up about 10 cents. EA is unchanged. Facebook is down. Gold is down. Goldman Sachs is also down. The Q's, up 5 cents. The SPY, up 29 cents. Bonds are up. Why is VIX up so much? It's up 1.5%. That's a lot. WDC is unchanged and XLRE is unchanged as well. That's interesting to see the VIX up while the S&P is up also. All right. Well, listen, everybody, if you have any other contributions, if you'd like to put them in the live stream, this is the time to do it. If you have any jokes, any input, whatever you want to say, go ahead and say it. Well, not anything, but you know what I mean, right? But before we do that, I like to read this each day. This is from Martin Kornfeld. If we all do one random act of kindness daily, we just might set the world in the right direction. It's a great saying. I try to incorporate this into my life on a daily basis. I just try to do something nice for somebody each day. Doesn't hurt, doesn't have to cost any money, but I think if we all did one nice thing each day, it would help the world become a better place. If you could also go out and do something nice for an animal each day, that would be twice as good. Grew up with a lot of animals. I know they appreciate acts of kindness just like humans do. And, you know, if you go out there, you do one nice thing for a human, you go out and do one nice thing for an animal, maybe one day, if you need it, somebody will be there for you as well. So please keep this in mind. Okay, well, I didn't see any new entries or exit. What's the final tally on the day? Dow Jones up 236, so off of its high. NASDAQ up 291, up 1.88%, but off of its high, and the S&P up 60 points, up 1.32%. All right. Well, if there's anything else I can help anyone with, let me know. I did get into EA today with this under 30, over 30 false breakout to the downside. Got in at 124.92. So it's down about 4 cents from entry. I did get out of Philip Morris as well. I'm kind of obsessed with VIX being up 40 cents right now, and the S&P being up as well. Interesting. All right. Anyone have anything that they would like to contribute? Let me know. It's a beautiful day here in Utah. Looking forward to going out, putting my hiking boots on, going for a little hike. All right. Well, listen, everybody, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. If you could hit the thumbs up button before you leave, I would really appreciate that. But be good, be safe, drive safe, get a little exercise, study up on some trading, take a look at your charts, put a little chart study time in. Never hurts. And yeah, so I will hopefully see everyone tomorrow, Tuesday, during the last hour of the market. But thank you everyone for coming. Thank you for all your contributions. Glad it looks like most people had a good day today, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. So on the way out, I have to run the U.S. legal disclaimer. Thanks a lot, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye. U.S. government required disclaimer. Stock, options, futures, and forex trading is not appropriate for everyone. While there is a potential for large rewards, there is also a substantial risk of loss associated with trading. The material in this video or live broadcast is not geared towards any particular individual or to any particular financial situation and is not intended to meet the particular investment objectives of any viewer. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Any and all information contained in, implied, or referenced by this video or live broadcast is not to be construed as investment advice. and no representation is made that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast is an investment or financial advisor or is registered or authorized to give any financial advice. We are publishers and educators only. Therefore, the various producers of this video or live broadcast will not accept liability for any loss or damage of any kind which may arise either directly or indirectly out of the use of any of this material, including any loss of profit. No representation is made that any account or investment will or is likely to achieve the profit or losses demonstrated. We recommend consultation with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment decision. This video or live broadcast is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell any security, financial instrument, or financial product of any kind. Notice is hereby given that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast or their clients may have an interest in any security, financial instrument, or financial product mentioned or referenced. Any simulated or hypothetical performance result depicted does not represent actual trading and therefore may under or overcompensate for the impact of various market factors such as lack of liquidity. Thank you.